things above. The things I can't change are the reason you love me. Listen, you can hear them calling my name. I'm all over the place, I can't sit in one place. I'm not ashamed at all. Still finding myself, let alone the soul made of the same. Feel like we one and the same, our relationship changed. That I never existed. Whenever they say something about us, you listen. Well, fuck what they talking about on your timeline. Just cut it all in the mindset. Fuck what they talking about on your timeline.
What's up, people?
Just cut it all in the mindset.
Give me 1 minute. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. I'm hoping that you guys having a good night out there. I've been trying to catch up with this whole Joe Budden and Tasha K situation or whatever, and I wanted to kind of chime in. I got an opportunity to see the Armon Wiggins breakdown on Tasha K and what he was saying or whatever. Some of the things I agree with, but I also got a chance to see her response to Joe Budden and why she felt so passionate the way she did. And I wanted to, first of all, I want to say salute to her, you know what I'm saying, and all the things that she's been able to do and accomplish over the years or whatever case be. I definitely think she has a lot of potential and she gonna go far. I just wanted to kind of give her a different perspective of some of the things that I've kind of noticed and I've kind of seen or whatever case may be. So what I really want to do real quick, y'all coming in, do me a favor, don't be shy, hit that like button or whatever case be. Let's get the information out there. I think what I want to do is I think I'm gonna play Armon Wiggins piece first. I think I'm gonna do that first.
But I'm gagging that she was so mad and so surprised because I'm like, well, what did you expect? Do you know who you are? Do you know what you do? This will not be the first time. Nor will it be, this will not be the last time for sure. So, I don't know. I think we just need to be honest and understand that Tasha K is trash.
Fair use.
And she hides under or behind the gaze or the blinds or the whatever you want to call it, the veil of being a strong, loud, proud, dark-skinned black woman. Another tactic to manipulate an oppressed group of women or people that are looking or that are upset about certain things that happen in life.
Do y'all agree with Armon Wiggins? Do you believe that Tasha K, her platform is built on that situation? So here's the thing with Tasha K. I think that she definitely does a great job at promoting her platform. She definitely does a great job at promoting conversations and interviews and stuff. I've seen some very impressive interviews. I think for me, when it comes to Tasha K, I think you got to look at some things like the Cardi B situation. For me, it didn't only change my perspective and my outlook on things. I think it also changed a lot of people's perspective and outlook on things, because I think it now makes you responsible for what you say. Like your freedom of speech. You can't just say whatever the hell you want to say and not be held accountable. And I think YouTube has definitely altered their standards and guidelines because they know how much of an impact the Cardi B and Tasha K situation was actually. So you got to look at it and say, man, shit, I can't just be getting on here saying what I want to say about celebrities, because at some point in time, they're going to start to pay attention. And I think that's what happened with Tasha K. At some point in time, your words are going to reach someone who knows someone, and they're going to do something about it. But I want to finish playing a little bit more of what Armon Wiggins said.
So she plays on the heartstrings of those women, black women, dark-skinned women, short-haired women, loud women, all of those things that, you know, black women have been stereotyped for being and deemed as ghetto and wrong. She plays on those emotions of those people, all to make herself a victim, when in all actuality, she's no victim.
Do you guys believe that Tasha K is a victim? And if you do believe she's a victim, what do you believe she's a victim of? Now, I know she is heavily pissed at Joe Budden for not airing out the interview. And I'm going to tell you why I think he didn't do it. And I know some of y'all are going to be shocked, right? But I'm going to tell you exactly why I feel Joe Budden did not air that interview. And I believe a lot of you are going to understand. But I want to finish playing what Armon Wiggins has said about Tasha K, because I think it's some merit and validity to what he's saying. And I think a lot of us just see it one way. But when you have somebody kind of working closely with you or whatever case may be, they can kind of see other things that we may not see as bystanders or whatever. And I think Armon Wiggins was hitting on some things. Again, I don't agree with everything he was saying, but he definitely hit some things that I felt that, you know, were kind of spot on.
This is her brand. This is her brand. And this is a brand that she said it was. My brand is to burn bridges, destroy relationships.
Mm.
So I'm not understanding why this woman gets upset when what she does actually starts to manifest. Relationships are destroyed.
So he's basically saying Tasha K is getting the karma that she puts out. The burning of the bridges is what is happening right now. It's manifesting. Now, salute to Armon Wiggins. That was cool. I want to play what Tasha K was saying in regards to Joe Budden before I get into my piece.
Yes, I need the moderators dropping the link to Adam's interview with me. Shout out to Adam. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate No Jumper. And I wanted to come on here and say something because I have to say it. And I talked with, I was kind of wrestling back and forth. And then, once I had some time to really, really ponder on things, because that's what I do. I think a lot. I overthink. I said, I got to say this because if I don't say it, you guys expect for Black media to be as fair and have as much integrity as possible.
Now, see, this is my concern about this right here, right? When we start throwing words like integrity, we start throwing being fair, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Let me skip to the chase. Let me just skip to the chase, right? Get some people up in here right now. This is tough love, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I like Tasha K. I like her energy. I like the way she produces her shows. I mean, it just seems like, she really knows what it is that she wants to promote in regards to her brand. And salute to her being a Black woman, being just someone who is outspoken, who can definitely just project and promote themselves. Salute to that. Anytime we can get some Black women to do that, that's awesome. That's great. I love to see y'all, rock out and do your thing. Here's the issue. You went on Joe Budden's podcast, okay? You went on Joe Budden's podcast with this intention to have a conversation. Now, right now, the biggest thing that Tasha K is known for, right? The biggest thing surrounding Tasha K is the interview, is the court proceedings with Cardi B. Let's just keep it real. $4 million. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if I'm in the whole 4 million, you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to continuously aggravate and agitate a situation. And I think that's what happened with Tasha K. I think that Tasha K is in a fast damn car. Tasha K ran off a cliff. And in some type of way, the grace of God, she didn't perish. She hit the next road. Okay, now the issue is that anybody else would have said, well, let me stop the car. Let me get out the car. Let me rethink the situation. Let me stop doing what it is that I was doing before. Joe Budden saved Tasha K. I said it. Tasha, if you're listening, Joe Budden did not put that interview out and it saved you because you are in mash the gas mode. There is no way that, listen, should be nothing being said about Offset, nothing being said about Cardi B music, Cardi B's marriage, Cardi B husband, Cardi B nothing at this particular time. And when you sit down with Joe Budden and you saying, well, this interview is going to be controversial, right? This interview is going to be how I really feel, right? And the issue is right now is when we talk about that integrity and being fair in reference to black media, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right now, ain't nothing to say about Cardi B. But here go your 4 million. I want to be honest with you, baby girl. Like, these people that are watching you right now, they are waiting for you to crash out. I'm going to keep it real with my sister. They sitting back. Think about when you were going through the Cardi B, the litigation part, and they were trying to decide if you were lying or telling the truth. How many of these supporters were at the courthouse? How many of these people actually sent you more than $1,000 to help you pay down this $4 million deficit? I want to be real with you. People will watch you on social media and they will wait to see how you self-destruct. And right now, even though you have a lot of stuff going on, you got to remember that Joe Budden is a certified celebrity. Cardi B, a certified celebrity. Where they're from. One is from New York, the other one is from Jersey. Salute. So you got to think about it. That's nothing to make that type of call. It's nothing. But here's the issue. Celebrities are going to have a conversation that YouTube people really can't have. That level of clout, that level of understanding. And just imagine this. Just imagine Cardi B or somebody from her camp or Jay-Z or somebody she knows calls Joe Budden and says, hey, I heard that you're interviewing Tasha K. You know what I'm saying? Can I get a copy of that interview? And they say, well, once that interview is released, we gonna press her even more. We gonna make it even worse. Forget the 4 million. Now we about to make it even worse. Suppose Joe Budden said, you know what? I ain't gonna let y'all do that to Tasha K. So I ain't gonna release it. I'm not gonna release it. And I was sitting back and I was listening to Tasha, and I'm gonna play a little bit more, but I was listening to Tasha K and I'm saying, baby girl, that was a blessing in disguise. That was a blessing in disguise. People are sitting back and they're waiting for Tasha K to crash out. That interview could have been a crash out. Now, I see that you went on the Adam 22 guy, and to be honest with you, I don't really know a lot about him. It seems like he wants to wedge himself in this beef between, you and Joe Budden by saying certain things. But you ever think about Joe Budden maybe doing you a favor? He may be putting the brakes on something that somebody is ready to do to you. And I think that's a lot of like people in our life. You ever see somebody just they going too fast, they doing too much, and you be like, look, chill, you taking this to the full out extent. You hit Joe Budden's interview and you sit there for 3 hours. You don't think that there was something, salute. You don't think that there was something in that interview that may have caused things to be even worse? I mean, somebody probably would say, what the hell is worse than having to pay $4 million? Well, here's the thing. We don't know. We don't know. But maybe he do. Because obviously, Tasha K, and I'm being real with you, obviously you're not in the room and you're not privy to the conversation. So if Jay-Z did call, if whoever called him, maybe they said, check this out. If you air that, we're going to take her back to court and we're going to sue her some more. I believe that Joe Budden not playing this podcast is a blessing in disguise. Not showcasing that interview for you is a blessing in disguise. Now, you said some things in your response to Joe Budden or whatever case may be, and I understand that you're upset, but I'm just kind of curious. I'm kind of curious why nobody around you is telling you, well, what were the questions that were asked? And nobody's asking you, well, what was those questions that were asked? Because maybe you said something that violated whatever against whatever you have going on right now with Cardi B. Because are you supposed to be talking to them? Are you supposed to be talking about them? And maybe there's something in there that now pulls you deeper into litigation where you're now going to be in more trouble. And maybe Joe Budden was like, man, I don't want to see her crash out. Tasha K says, hey, I don't want to be, paraphrasing of course, I don't want to be a YouTube superstar. I want to be a celebrity like Joe Budden. I want to be a celebrity like Nicki Minaj. I want to be a celebrity like Cardi B. And the thing about it is, how much is it worth to you? How much is it worth to you? Now, nobody can take away your work ethic. Nobody can take away your reporting skills. The issue is that when we risk our integrity, we risk our name, we risk our brand, so that way we can tell everybody, yeah, I'm the #1 reporting source. And then when you go to court, now you got other content creators. Woo! It's other content creators running and taking down videos and issuing out apologies, changing up their whole strategy on what they want to talk about and report because of Tasha K, because of they don't want to get shit. You got 4 million. Some people will be crippled off of 40 grand. So you changed up the narrative of reporting irresponsibly. You made YouTube adjust their standards and policies saying, hey, look, we're not going to tolerate this on our platform. So I would just think that at this particular time, you would be saying, you know what, man, maybe Joe Budden didn't want me to crash out. Maybe he knows something I don't know. It's a celebrity conversation versus a YouTuber's conversation. He is a celebrity on YouTube. You are a YouTuber on YouTube. The conversations are bigger. The calls are bigger. And sometimes when people are doing you a favor, you might want to take the hint like, don't let this 3 hours turn into another 3 million. Don't let this interview that you feel like this is going to be the one. This is going to be the one. I'm going to tell you like this. I think that people crash out for fame. And then these same people that watch you crash out, they're not going to be there to help you. These people in your comments are just spectators. This is a movie for them. This is a movie. Do you know how many content creators made this whole thing about LOL? Tasha K got to pay $4 million. I didn't see no GoFundMes. I didn't see nothing about no big donations that say we're going to help you. I ain't see no letters being wrote to Cardi B or her team or a PR saying, hey, can you please help Tasha K? Can we please, hey, can you please just not make this black mother, make this hardworking black woman pay you $4 million? I didn't see all of that. So now to go back into this business as usual routine, it's like, I got to ask you something. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I'm asking everybody in the comments, is it worth it? Somebody hit you with $4 million deficit. That's your brand, your company, your family, your name. And said, hey, I lied on you for what? I did that to you for what? You got to ask yourself, is it worth it? And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think it's worth it. And I think that you did that interview with Joe Budden, and he got a call from another celebrity that said, hey, I heard you interview old girl. What some of the questions you asked her? What was her response? Hey, send me the interview, cuz. Salute to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all hit that like button as y'all come in. I got some stuff to say. Send me the interview, cuz. And they probably told him, like, if you air this out, if you play this interview with her, we are going to take legal action against her. Joe Budden saved you. He saved you. He maybe have stopped you from crashing out. I'm going to play a little bit more of what she was saying about Joe Budden.
You guys expect that from us. You deserve that. With all this fake news and fake narratives going on, You know, especially during heightened times like this where, you know, we got AI in the mix and people can make it up or, you know, it's hard to really hone in on that authenticity. And I want to tell you something that I did that I'm not proud of, you know. And, you know, that's what this platform is for. It's not to judge anyone. We come, we get enlightened, we laugh at our problems, and we come with our, you know, we lead with ideas.
Can you imagine these platforms, like these huge platforms, like if they, like instead of saying, I'm gonna tell everybody you got an STD. Can you imagine if Tasha K said, I'm gonna tackle police brutality, I'm gonna tackle co-parenting, I'm gonna tackle black people owning businesses, I'm gonna tackle I'm just saying with all of the things, the researchability, the know-how, the wit, the production quality. Can you imagine if Tasha K tackled a topic? Hey, if she debated Candace Owens, can you imagine if she changed the narrative? Because I understand, wait, we want to tap in and we want to hear about the celebrities and what they got going on, and you know, it's almost like a Wendy Williams type situation, right? But can you imagine if these platforms actually tackled conversations that really help bring us together? Because I see that a lot of these platforms, especially these big platforms, like their conversation is always about exposing. It's always about some degree of separation. It's always, you know, this side versus this side. I mean, and I'm just thinking right now, it's like, well, we use the word fair. We use the word integrity. You know, and I believe we do as content creators, as people that come on and we want to report on a topic. I do believe that we should be fair. I do believe that we should promote a level of integrity. The issue is that when you sacrifice your integrity and your fairness for clout, and I truly believe that, you know, as we talk about AI, as we talk about people saying, you know, hey, we're moving into this another century where things are getting bigger and bolder and all that great stuff. This is what happens. We messing with some crazy shit. We messing with some crazy shit. And I'm telling you, people are really like, they ready to crash out to get a name for themselves. So they'll lie on you. Oh, I'm expose my baby daddy. I'm expose my baby mama. And let me send this information to this platform. And they'll just, without really investigating, let me put all of this information out. Like I seen her cover the Remy Ma and Papoose situation. Now, I do realize, obviously, that Tasha K don't watch battle rap because the way she was saying easy to blockchain versus easy to block captain. So I can understand that you don't really watch it or whatever. But she's reporting on it. I'm going to be honest with you. And this is what I'm saying. There is no... Y'all let me know if y'all agree with this. Tasha K, you don't have room for error. There's no gray area. There's no gray area. Like, you need to know for a fact that this lady is cheating on her husband before you report that. The guy, easy to block captain, when you're saying, hey, you know, you're putting his teeth in a screen and X, Y, and Z and yada, yada, yada. If he's not sleeping with her, that's slander. That's defamation. That's what I'm saying. I don't think there's room to play that game. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think that there's room to play that game. And that's why I feel like Joe Budden, to me, did you a favor by not airing out that interview. Because had he played that interview, who knows what would have came from it. Because here's the thing. You're getting all of this publicity. And let's just say by doing that interview, you would have got way more publicity, right? The fact of the matter is, can we really afford, is the publicity worth the repercussions? Now I want to talk to some black people. Okay, I want to talk to some black people. Like, if someone puts a $4 million deficit on you, on your name, your brand, your family, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, how much more clout do you need before you say, you know what, I might want to rethink this shit. You know, I could have 800 people in the chat and we talking about gossip, we talking about this, we talking about that, da, 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 da. But when it boils down to it, the little YouTuber may get a little bit more leeway. But when you got thousands of people in your chat, you are the poster child for accountability. You are the poster child for fair and impartial, for integrity. Because you can't be wrong. This is my message to you. Right now, don't crash out because you can't be wrong. You can't be wrong. You can't afford to roll the dice and say, well, okay, let's see what happens. No, you can't roll the dice. You can't go and collect $200. You have to sit and make sure everything is factual. Everything is factual. What people are saying, the information you're getting before you crash out. So I truly believe that if Joe Budden ever decides to release that interview, or you just do a real assessment and look at some shit and say, man, could I have went too far? Could I have said some things that could have possibly got me in trouble? And I truly believe that when you on this roll and you got tunnel vision, you don't see the big picture. Joe Budden is a celebrity. Joe Budden, he's a celebrity on YouTube. He's a celebrity on YouTube. And I believe that you wanted him to crash out with you, and he said no, and you got upset. That's what this really boils down to. D. Smith says that's not defamation. Defamation is when someone maliciously tries to hurt you and causes you to lose someone. Example, money, business. Well, here's the thing. If you say that I'm sleeping with Remy Ma and it comes out that I'm not, and I lose a job opportunity or X, Y, and Z, that is defamation. Come on now, before you throw definitions at me, because I'm pretty good. Matter of fact, I got a thesis and a dictionary behind me. We can get into it though. That's defamation. Remy Ma can sue you for defamation if it's not true. And at this point in time, here's the thing. It doesn't matter what they could go out on a date all they want to. Hell, he could have even kissed her. You got to literally have something saying this is actual factual. Well, I ain't hear no word allegedly when I was listening to that information. It was no allegedly. But see, here's the thing. Small YouTuber, right? Just kind of looking in a perspective versus a big YouTuber saying those things. Tasha K saying that this woman is cheating on her husband is humongous. Hold on, D. Smith. It's humongous versus a smaller YouTube. I think Remy Ma and Papoose are I think she's cheating on Papoose. Now, if I say it, if she say it, and that's why I said we can't be crashing out. If we really have love and respect and admiration for one another, the first thing I would be doing, instead of saying, let's get the tea, let's get the bullshit. Hey, did you check your sources on that? Do you think that's real? And hell, it might be real. Might be. It says Tasha K was not the first one to say it. It don't matter. It don't matter what order it was. It don't matter if she was first, last, middle. It don't matter. You said it. But probably one of the bigger platforms on YouTube to say it. Y'all don't get what I'm coming from with this? If you already crashed out behind Cardi B for lying, for putting out misinformation, for character defamation, slander, can you afford to do that with Remy Ma as well? Just saying. You gotta look at it, and that's why I said there's so many people, and again, salute to Tasha K. But the thing about it is you gotta ask yourself, how many people are waiting for her to crash out? How many people are waiting for her to crash out? They're sitting back with their arms folded or just cheering in the chat, putting wine glasses and stuff. Are they waiting? Are they really telling her, look, make sure that you cross your T's and dot your I's, or are they waiting for her to crash out? That's what I'm asking y'all right now. These thousands or hundreds of people that's in the chat, how many people actually went to the court proceedings? D. Smith says Tasha's show that she did on Friday, she showed the DMs that she talked to Remy Ma's PR person, Ernest. I can send you the. I seen that. I seen that. There was no. Here's the thing. Either Remy Ma has cheated on her husband, or she hasn't. Don't matter who she talked to. Tasha K's interaction with Ernest was simply to tell her that there was another publicist who reached out to her on Easy to Block Captain's behalf, trying to shop a story around. He didn't confirm or deny that she was cheating. You understand what I'm saying? So she could turn around and say, whoa, you're putting this story out that I'm sleeping with this guy on your big platform. Easy to Block Captain didn't come out and say, hey, I'm sleeping with Remy Ma. He said, oh, I want to do a tell-all. Well, here's the thing. You can say, okay, give me $10,000 and I'm going to come tell you everything. He can say, yeah, I was flirting with her. Hell, I wanted to do something with her, but she wouldn't let me. That's the tell-all. That's the tell-all. But if you go out in your big platform and you say, oh, well, he's sleeping with her and that's not the case, then that's defamation. That's slander. Remy Ma can also do the same thing. So her dealing with the PR guy, and what this right here is really just about. It's really just about, hey, Tasha K, be careful, because a lot of these people are just sitting back and they want you to crash out. They want you to crash out, and I really feel like once you lost that case to Cardi B, to me, there was no more gray area. There was no more ifs. There was no more buts. Like, you have to be on point. And this is to all content creators, including myself. If you're going to report a story, make sure you got those facts, because I don't think nobody else wants to stand in front of a judge and the judge says, oh, well, $4 million judgment. That's awesome. D. Smith says Tasha has a defamation lawyer now. They have to review everything before it comes out, so she does not get sued again. Great, but it's not reverting anything that I'm saying. What I'm saying is to make sure, because here's the thing. Sometimes you're so caught up in the moment. You feeling good, you saying whatever, and it blurts out. And how do you know that during the Joe Budden interview, that didn't happen? And Joe Budden was like, you know what? Hey, I ain't going to even air this thing, Tasha. I'm gonna leave this thing alone. I'm not even going to let you crash out like that. Because see, what you don't understand is, let me ask you a question. Let me ask D. Smith a question or whatever. And I appreciate the information, D. Smith. A lot of the things that you're saying, I already kind of know though. Let me ask you a question. Who do you think has more reach, Tasha K or Cardi B? Who do you think has more reach in this industry, Cardi B or Tasha K? You're right, Gary. You're right. But I'm just trying to get to this point real quick. Who do you think has more reach, Cardi B or Tasha K? D. Smith says both. I said more reach, not equal reach. Not equal reach. And I'm gonna be honest with you. The fact that you're saying a YouTuber versus a multi-million dollar, well, at least $1 million celebrity, a YouTuber has more reach than Cardi B. That kind of seems kind of weird. I'm just being honest with you. That seems kind of weird that you would think that. And that's just being fair and impartial, that you would think that, you know what I'm saying, the YouTuber has more pull than, you know, I mean, if that's the case, then it would have been nothing to pay off the $4 million. Let me call one of my rich friends. Hey, Nikki, cover this for me real quick. Gary Brown says, salute, cuz. He says, are we saying if someone is committing adultery in a court case? And this is what's so funny. It's like, well, when you say this lady is too old to be jumping up and down on this 25-year-old or whatever case may be, you're alleging that she's cheating. You're alleging that she's committed adultery. So I don't know what the lawyer is going to say. I'm just saying it's such a gray area. It's almost like, why even touch that? Unless he is willing to say for a fact that I'm sleeping with her, I wouldn't even say nothing. When you type Cardi B's name, Tasha K name comes up. Okay. D Smith, you missing the point. Listen to me. I said, who has more reach, Cardi B or Tasha K? I'm not saying who names comes up, and that means nothing. Your name comes up. If your name comes up in a search, it don't mean you're a millionaire. It don't mean you got some type of status or clout or whatever case may be. And I'm asking you a question because I really want to get down to the nitty gritty with you. But it's like you tiptoeing on me. You're tiptoeing on me. I do believe that the celebrity would have more reach than a YouTuber. It's a big YouTuber. Big YouTuber, and salute to that big YouTuber, but I would possibly say that the celebrity has more reach. So the celebrity could probably call any podcaster on YouTube and say, hey, you can't air that. Don't air that. If you air that, I'm going to hold your platform responsible, and I'm going to hold everybody inside that interview that's spilling out that information responsible. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I've never heard Tasha K be able to stop an interview like that. I've never heard it, but we literally just seen it with Tasha K, which is the reason why she's responding to Joe Budden like that. So that proves my point, a celebrity versus a YouTuber. This just sends, what this does is it just sends a message to all content creators and saying, look, man, watch what it is that you say. Because even though you're providing this content for people, they're sitting back, and especially depending on who you are, they're sitting back waiting for you to crash out. You think people would care if she gets online right now and says, let me talk about Cardi B? No, they're going to tune in. But then when you log off, you got to go back to reality. And I think Tasha K is a perfect example of what happens when reality catches up with you. What happens when all the jokes and the name calling and all that's out the window. We don't care, because in the court of law now we're breaking down all of this thing. You got to think about it. I want you to think about it. And I'm happy for Tasha K that she had money for legal representation. But can you imagine the person that would not have money to get those type of lawyers to go against a celebrity? How bad that would have been? That probably would have ended in some damn jail time. Probably would have ended in some jail time. So what it does is, when you look at the Cardi B and the Tasha K lawsuit, it just puts you on notice. It puts you on notice. It lets you know that the people inside your chat, they're just going to move on to the next chat. They're going to move on to the next person. Because you think that you crashing out for them, they're going to love you. And really, you know what I'm saying? The truth of the matter is, you have to ask, how far do you want to take this? How far do you want to promote this? D. Smith says, Tasha said that Joe Budden and the other guys grilled her about the things that she said about them, and also they talked about Tasha not being good for the black community. It was not all about Cardi B. That's not. D. Smith, stay with me. I didn't say the whole interview was about Cardi B. That's not what I said. I'm saying that if something was mentioned about Cardi B, and right now, to be honest with you, let's just be real. Let's keep this real, right? The interview was 3 hours, right? I know. Here's the thing. If me and you go to court and I sue you and you owe me $4 million, I don't want to hear my name come out your mouth. Let's just keep it real. Keep it real. Hell, you take me to court and sue me for I owe you $4 million. You think I'm gonna let you sit around and just talk about me and it's like, nah, ain't nothing for you to explain. We said everything in court. You ain't doing no interviews. Somebody sees a gangster with food stamps. But what I'm saying is, that's that celebrity pull. That's that celebrity pull. Like, hey, I don't want to hear nothing coming out your mouth unless it's cash app deposits. And that's just how it goes. So that whole 3-hour interview probably was not about Cardi B. But I'm sure some questions got asked about Cardi B. And I'm sure she's privy to what was asked. So then she says, well, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear anything. And now somebody probably a great comeback would be, I appreciate that, thank you. A great comeback would be for you, D. Smith, would say, well, why didn't she stop the Adam 22 one? Well, they probably not friends. That simple. You're not gonna go on a podcaster that I know that we have a relationship, we have an understanding. You're not gonna go there and talk about me and you owe me money. Come on, man. Can I get some people in the building? Come on, y'all. Come on. Really? D. Smith, stay with me. I believe that. D. Smith says Tasha is going to be fine. Let her do her. No. This. If you sit back, and I know sometimes when you see your favorite celebrity or your favorite, you come with the defense. This ain't got nothing to do with like trying to. I give her all credit. I think that she has done some phenomenal things. This is just putting out there. I think that Joe Budden probably did her a favor. Him not putting out the interview was probably a blessing in disguise. Because here's the thing. If Joe Budden or they did talk about anything about Cardi B, Cardi B now takes that information and says, Judge, she's still talking about me. Did y'all ever think of that? Because you said, oh, well, they wasn't talking about it the whole time. Well, technically, you don't know what they were talking about because you and I are not privy to that. But we can assume that whatever they were talking about in reference to Cardi B, she didn't want that information out there. She didn't want to hear that conversation out there. Because in her in her mindset and Offset's mindset, wait a minute, ain't this the person that said I was sleeping with this person? I had an STD, yada, 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 yada. Come on, D. Smith. That celebrity made a call to another celebrity. Is Tasha K gonna be fine? Tasha K looks like she definitely has some things in the workings or whatever case means. She's probably gonna be fine. But here's the thing: the average YouTuber, right? The average person that gets out and says, "Well, I'm just gonna put this information out." You got to understand that your reach goes but so far. And I think that sometimes when you're going so fast and you got tunnel vision, you don't realize that. You don't realize that when you get into these courtrooms and the judge asks X, Y, and Z, it ain't no I'm a roll my eyes and talk loud out of it. It ain't no I'm black and proud out of it. It ain't no I'm a man out of it. I'm a woman out of it. No, it's facts. Ain't got nothing to do with emotions. Ain't got nothing to do with who you network with and who you cool with. So this is some real shit. Stay tuned, goddammit. There's some real shit that I'm saying right now. Who you think you affiliated with, that didn't save you. Who you think you got a rapport with, that didn't save you. And a lot of times people, what they do is, to be honest with you, you're going so fast, you don't realize that, damn, you're putting yourself in harm's way. So this is just a simple message, a simple tap on the shoulder to say, hey, listen, I understand that, we want to get our names out there. We want to promote ourselves or whatever. But let's just like you were saying in this video, let's be fair. Let's make sure our ducks are in a row. Our T's are crossed and I's are dotted before we report on this information, because it's the right thing to do, especially with black media. Especially with black media. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, that judge, I don't recall the color of the judge, but he made an example. And I don't think people are getting it. He made an example. He made an example. And maybe somebody that's not a content creator don't get that, don't understand that. But I can bet you when that camera turned off and it was a heart-to-heart between Tasha K and her family, ain't no way in hell they was like, when they came from the courthouse, was they like, whoa, it was only 4 million. Shit, we got 4 million. Man, go ahead. We should just pay this shit because you know we got it. You know what I mean? We should just go ahead and pay him because, you know, 4 million ain't nothing. You know what I mean? To a pimp, to a player. I bet you that conversation was a little bit different. I bet you that conversation was a little bit different, D. Smith. And this is what, to be honest with you, this is what I didn't see. And maybe y'all can help me out in the comments. What I didn't see was coming to social media, coming on your platform and telling other content creators, listen, you guys, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it because these celebrities are humans. They're not robots. And what's going to happen is because you're trying to break into the industry or you're trying to get some clout or you're trying to get some clicks and views or some revenue or whatever case may be, you got to understand that you got to do what's worth it. Do what's real. Do what's truthful. Do what's honest. That's the conversation I haven't seen Tasha K have yet. I haven't seen her do that. You know, and to carry on like business as usual, it sounds great. Says, I am going to make this my last comment. You said that we didn't try to help her. I am on her app and we have tried to pay the 4 million. She canceled the GoFundMe and she cussed us out. Let me ask you a question. Okay. You are obviously a Tasha K fan. Great, good for you. Here's the thing. Okay. I'm a fan of some of the work that I've seen that I know that's been legit, that hasn't been a blowback in reference to a bunch of negativity. But this is what I want to tell you real quick. If you're trying to pay off a fund, right? You're trying to help her pay $4 million back. Great. And she says, oh, I'm going to stop the GoFundMe or whatever. Okay. Are you saying because I know Tasha K is smart, I'm going to tell you this. D. Smith, she said the hell with your GoFundMe. What I'll do is I'll set up a show. I'll set up a show so that way I'll give you this show so now it don't look like a charity event. So she's still getting your money. Let's just be real. Let's be honest. See, you talking to somebody that's smart too. She's still getting your money. She just ain't want to go in that direction or whatever case to be, because that would be a joke. That would be the talk of the town. Hey, she set up the GoFundMe and now no, I'd rather do this show. I'll sell out this stadium or I'll sell out this event hall and let y'all pay for that. And that's how I'll get my money. So it's still happening. It's still happening. Definitely. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Definitely. Yeah, she getting her money. And that's what I said. She's smart. She's a brilliant person, and that's why I said maybe there's no other content creators. But I'm saying don't crash out. Don't crash out. Like you said, her name is, when you look up Cardi B, her name is right beside it. Cool. Don't crash out. Make sure everything you report is legit. Hell, send that message out. Let the legal team and the judges and everybody else see, hey, listen, X1, because you know what might change the momentum of things? Let me say what might change the momentum of some things. As a big YouTuber, talking to other YouTubers and telling them, hey, y'all don't crash out. Don't crash out. You know, I might have took things too far, you know, if she wants to use that verbiage, whatever she used, but don't crash out. You know, we do have a responsibility. And I saw when she was talking to Joe Budden, she was saying, hey, y'all, she said, y'all want us as black media to be fair and impartial, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the thing about it is, it ain't just us. It's the law. It's the law. It ain't just us. And Tasha K did a great, to be honest with you, she's a martyr, goddammit. Like she's the first one that I've ever known to get sued for $4 million. And what I haven't seen right now is somebody interview her, and maybe Joe Budden did. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? And I'm gonna be honest with you. To get your name next to Cardi B and have to owe her $4 million, I don't know if it was worth it. I don't know if it was worth it. I don't know. Maybe she has something set up where, you know, she does so many shows around, you know, the United States of America, and we get so many people there and we can get that money, we can get it back. Cool. That's good. Salute to that. I'm just saying, for the average person, they would consider that to be a deficit. They would consider that to be a damn. I can't be that far in the hole now. God damn. So this is just a reminder, and just to tell her, hey, don't crash out. Don't crash out. If you're out there and you're chasing that fame and you're trying to make a bigger name for yourself and stand next to celebrities and actually be taken serious as an entity when it comes to social media, and your word can be trusted. Because see, that's the issue now. The issue is that the $4 million is because a lie was detected. It was proven that lies were detected. So now it's like, well, every time you mention a story, everybody, I don't care if you're a believer or not, everybody is going to be like, well, is she telling the truth? What part is real and what part is fake? And that's just human nature. So my thing, despite all the other content creators, I'm telling her personally, hey, sis, don't crash out, because these people in your comments, they might like you. Hell, they might even donate a couple dollars, but don't crash out. You too smart for that. You too witty for that. You understand what I'm saying? And if I was doing that, if I just came from a lawsuit and had $4 million, I would hope one of these content creators would say, yo, Tough, hey, bruh, don't crash out. I see what you're doing. I see the direction you're going. Don't crash out. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's my little spiel right there. I just hope that, you know, that you guys can understand my point of view, my perspective on these things. I appreciate everybody's feedback. Obviously, we had some I wouldn't say diehard Tasha fans in the building, but I'm glad they were here to add that information. A lot of it I already kind of knew, or whatever the case may be, but I appreciate you giving that perspective and that feedback, so other people who didn't know can understand. But what it does, it kind of, you know, backs me up in the things that I'm saying, because it shows that before I'm speaking, I understand what the hell is going on. But I think that Tasha K will be okay. I think that she will eventually bounce back. I'm just saying that if you're going to report information, make sure that it's right information, and it's not just to gain clout or just jump in the algorithm and say, hey, everybody come to my channel and look at what I got to say. Just make sure that it's factual. So it is what it is. Hey, until next time, adult up. You guys have a great night. If you're just coming in and catching the replay, please hit that like button. And again, salute to the content creators I use. Armon Wiggins, salute to him. Salute to Tasha K. And I think that was it. But to all the other content creators, salute. God bless. Good night. Adult up. Peace.